Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. How
Welcome.
are you doing?
Welcome. Very good. Thank you so much. So we have with us Mr. Alok Verma. He is a facilitator, motivational speaker, and life purpose coach who has inspired positive change in the lives of his audience for almost a decade now. With more than 16 years of working experience in IT and ITES and L&D sector, Alok has worked in the field of sales, customer support, business development, corporate training, and facilitation, to name a few. He has helped more than 50 plus corporates, both in India and globally, to build a better team and develop a better understanding of interpersonal relationships. He has worked with many leading event management organizations, helping in them in engagement options. Alok was lucky to find his purpose, and now he is on a personal mission of helping others identify theirs too and design their best possible life. So can we have an electronic applause for Mr. Alok Verma out here, everybody?
Thank you so much. That was so kind, and I'm humbled with the beautiful introduction, Krishna.
Thank you, and we welcome you to NIEM Guwahati, and we are very delighted to have you, sir. So, Alok, before you came in, we did had two sessions. First one was on the communication. Second one was on the presentation to government event sectors. So, so just wanted to understand from you that what has been the importance of communication in your life?
Sure, I think a lot of it means a lot, Krishna. And before I kind of begin, I would like to see everybody. I can see a couple of people are switched off the camera and are in the hidden mode. Guys, come on, let's interact. I must see. I cannot see who is there. Priyasha, Devashtuti, Deepika, right? Yeah, guys, just be here because see, we'll talk to each other. I would not make it a one-way flow from my side. Probably you guys know much more than me because it's an internet age. So let's learn from each other and let's make it very interactive. So we'll do it that way. Now, coming back to the question, Krishna, I guess the presentation and communication has been my life. I tell you why, because I was a very, very shy kid in my childhood. So shy that when relatives come to my place, I used to hide behind my mom. That was me, not going anywhere, not talking to people. And now I'm living my life, earning every penny of my life through communication. And how? When I was in class 5th, I was thrown to the stage by my teachers, and thanks to them, they did it. They wanted me to do something in a school academy on a Saturday like this. And what happened is that, there were some options to do there. You can do a play, you can sing on the stage, you can dance and act and stuff. And guess what I chose? I chose mono acting. You know why? Because I don't need to speak. I was quiet and I did something. I ran out of it. That was me. But from there, and I was given more stage after class 5. And then slowly I started gathering that courage to speak up. And then I started my career with call centers, in Delhi. And that's when I actually learned English. I'm coming from a very humble beginning. And I come from Varanasi, where Hindi was more strong and it was the common language there. So I built my communication in my first job when I was trained in a call center. So that's how it started. But then after 10 years of working in sales, when I moved to facilitation and workshops, it is everything. The way you present, the way you put forward your words and your ideas, the way you communicate, everything matters. And I think that's my degree. That's what I have with me.
So the one takeaway from you now is that it's not the age. You can start learning some new things. Even the communication or a language, a particular language or English language at any age that you want. As you also say that when you came to Delhi after your college, then only you started learning English when you were trained. So if somebody is not that comfortable in the global language English, you can learn it now also. So
anytime,
don't be shy.
Anytime.
Just take up an action that you want to learn. Take up your gut feelings that you can do anything at any age. You can learn any skills. All
I
right,
must tell you, I was trying to learn. This came in my mind. I was really trying to learn how to speak well on stage, and somebody told me, watch BBC News. They use a right cueings, London wala English. So I said, okay, wow, yeah, let me do that. So I saw a lot of news, and then I learned English, but I had a lot of accent when I started speaking. So I then took 1 year to get that accent off me to become like an Indian speaker, not like a British speaker. So that also happened with me.
So I guess, you need to connect well, whatever accent,
Yeah.
we're talking about Indian accent, that's absolutely perfect, wonderful,
Oh, yes.
because you connect it well, to your
Right.
audiences. So maybe, when you go to America or you're London, then you have a British language or an American English that you spoke, that connects well to that audiences. But when you are communicating with Indian audiences, then your Indian accent should go well. So it's just making
Yeah.
a way to connect with people.
True.
And how about the presentation skills? That again, one thing that I would like to add on.
That's very powerful, because see, in any industry which you go, and especially in event industry, a lot lies on the presentation when you give a pitch, and how do you come forward with that? How do you prepare? How do you present? What are the ways in which you are planning things out matters a lot. And sometimes presentations don't need slides as well. You may need 1-2 words to play with, and then it's all about speaking. So you have to maybe prepare your notes in that way. But all that matters, if few of you will go ahead and become a event planner one day, you would understand what it means, that everything depends upon the presentation. I'm lucky enough to work with some very seasoned event planners, very 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 famous guys from companies like Wizcraft and Showbiz, and I see them before the presentation preparing in the reception of the office of the customer, that, hey, this is what I'm going to say. They do prepare up 10 years, 12 years of experience, guys. So it's always important to be sorted, to communicate what you want, what's in your heart, and to get the message across. I think that's so profound with right presentation.
All right. So thank you so much, Alok, for your understanding on the presentation and for your insights. So now, last month, our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji had asked us all to be Aatmnirbhar. So what does it mean for us, and how can we join the movement? So can we have a little presentation from you on this?
Sure. And I'm glad that you asked this question in a very interesting way. You said what it means for us, and that's what I want to talk about. Because, it means a lot for different people. But if we go to all those areas, we'll not benefit much. It means a lot for different people. So let me share my screen here. I have just few slides. I'll not scare you guys here, but a few slides only, which I would like to share. And is it visible, Krishna?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that is like the self-reliant India is the whole story about. And I would kind of talk about it in the context of us as students, as our event industry. So Aatmnirbhar Bharat. So this also happened that on 12th of May, this whole term came to our life. And I would like, before even I begin, I would like to know from you, all the people here in this chat, in this call, that what do you think about when I say the word Aatmnirbhar? What comes to your mind? What are some keywords that pop in your mind when I say Aatmnirbhar? Tell me, guys.
Self-reliant.
Self-reliant. Okay. Mm-hmm. What else?
Not dependable. Vocal about the local.
Yes, vocal about the local. Okay. Not dependable. All right. Interesting. What else?
Self-confident.
Any other? Self-confident. Okay. Great. All right. Mm-hmm.
You can write it on the chat box also if you want.
Yeah, you can write on the chat as well. That's a pretty good place. If you are just coming up with ideas, we need a lot of words which can, which kind of connect Aatmnirbhar there. And how many of you have seen that news when the news was coming on television? Raise your hands, guys. How many of you have seen that news when Modi ji announced it? Okay. We have Shreyanshi. I think, yeah, she saw that. Well, or you can use this, if you, you can use a thumbs up. Okay. All right. Mehak, I guess she's seen that as well. Independent, self-love, self-confidence. Very nice, right? Okay, so yeah, all of these are very, very right ways to represent Aatmnirbhar. And on that day when our PM announced Aatmnirbhar, he announced a package as well. Anybody knows what was the package? How much is the amount?
20 lakh crores.
20 lakh crores. That is a lot of money. That's like 10% of our GDP.
GDP. Yeah.
मस्त wondering यार 1% हमको मिल जाए तो फिर सब कुछ settled है उसके बाद तो,
Literally,
right?
sir. Literally.
Right? Yes. So that was Aatmnirbhar. So these 20 lakh crore they had a plan to do a lot of things about it. And right now we would not take a very direct benefit from it, but what can be the benefit and how can we prepare is something I'm going to talk about. How does it, and that's what Krishna asked, what does it mean for us, right? So let me give you a little perspective from my side. Is that what it means, which I have interpreted in my way. First is very simple, that yesterday's solution, may not work in the current reality. That is so important to understand, especially this package came after 2 months of facing lockdown, facing coronavirus in the country, which means whatever was happening yesterday and we had answers to them, that won't work. So there has to be a new way of finding answers, and that's what we have to work towards. It also means that as a country we have to do a couple of new things, and industry wise a lot of stuff is happening around that. That's the first pointer. And how do you do that? We only do that when we innovate. So there is a very, very dire need of innovation here. I tell you why. See, when we started, I guess somebody is on unmuted and there's some music playing in the background. If you don't want to sing a song, you can mute yourself.
But
Yes.
yes.
Okay, gone. Somebody found it. Okay, so am I audible, guys? Give me a thumbs up. Audible? Okay, great. So we need to innovate, and why? So guys, let me tell you, when we started, so around before March, in India, we were not making a single PPE kit. How many of you understand what a PPE kit is? Can you write in the chat what the PPE means? Okay. Give me the meaning. Come on, in the chat. What is a PPE kit? Let me see who tells me first. No, don't Google. Just tell you if you know. Yeah, mask. Mask is a part of the PPE kit. Deepika, right? Sorry. Okay. So anybody else who knows? Yes, it's a protection kit, Shabnam. That's pretty close. Yes, personal protection kit. Yeah. So if you see in the television, when you see doctors in the hospital, they completely wear a complete set of protection gear, and that's a PPE kit. So it's very, very crucial for the medical staff and the staff which is kind of handling the patients to use it. In India, we were not making a single PPE kit before March. We were importing mostly from China. And by the time in the month of May, when this announcement happened, India was manufacturing close to 150,000 PPE kits every day. That's being Aatmnirbhar, guys. That's innovation. So how quickly do you catch up? It does not mean innovate, does not mean you just find something new out of the blue. Can we do something with existing technology, existing ways? That's innovation. The third thing which is important is, let me before that get into an example of industries. So let's say learning industry, where I very closely come from. So I'm very closely associated with Focus You Engage, which is based out of Gurgaon. And I can tell you, because I have seen this story, guys, in front of me. In the month, so JFM, which is January, February, March, that's the last quarter of the year, is the best quarter, from the perspective of getting business. And it's like an event as well. So we were doing some 60 odd workshops in a month. That was the volume when Corona hit us. And from 60 workshops in a month, it came down all the way to zero. So zero workshop in a month. Now imagine a company with 40 people, 40 employees, have liabilities, you have to pay salaries, their rentals and stuff like that. What kind of pressure, builds when something like this happens? But what they did is that in the second week itself of March, the whole company came together, formed himself into kind of 4 or 5 groups, and started working on different projects to transform the existing offerings into a virtual offering. wherein we can go and deliver the experiences and workshops into a virtual mode through webinars, through Zoom. And then by the end of, I guess, April, we were ready with most of the offerings, and they were quite an offering set which was there for our customers. And then customers experimented, tested, and we started getting business. Now the business is coming like 1, 2, 3 workshops a week, and that's not bad. That's not bad instead of not getting anything. So that is one story. Event industry, and Krishna would agree with me on this. In event industry, there are two kind of people right now. One are those who are waiting for the golden days to come back. वो इंतजार कर रहे हैं वही वाले दिन वापस आएंगे, that they are working for those golden days to come back. And then there are other set of people, guys, who are relentlessly working to find new ways, new technologies, new tech to do something for their clients. They're going back to the clients, say, hey, you want to still come together and recognize your partner employees, or do something, an event, a gathering. Let me do something about virtual here. And these are the people who are making the difference, who are still in business and may grow from here. So again, it's always there that if you are innovating, you will learn, and you will be relevant, you will be present. And look at the political landscape. 3-4 days back, something happened in Ladakh. You guys have heard about it with Indian soldiers? Have you seen the news? There was, which country we were having a tussle with?
China,
right? That happened, right? So yes. If the political landscape tomorrow changes and you see a lot of action around in the television, people are throwing their Chinese TV, they're asking to uninstall TikTok and do not play that game. I don't know what is that popular game people play. PUBG. Yeah, people are saying uninstall PUBG. So you're getting a smile. So all those PUBG players around you are already under stress. Ki ab kya hoga? So guys, this is happening. Tomorrow, if this situation happens that India gets into a serious situation with China and we really have to abandon Chinese product, do you think it is possible? How many of you think it is possible? Raise your hands or give me a thumbs up. Possible, right? Or easy, difficult? How does it look like?
Alok, I guess,
time consuming.
It would definitely, but it is just the beginning, I guess. We have started banning the Chinese products, but it is just the beginning. It will take a little time because we import a lot.
Yeah.
You would give us the numbers, how much that we import from China. But, I guess, I remember and I read about Japan that, Japan was attacked by nuclear. There was a nuclear attack into the nuclear. Yeah, in the Second World War, nuclear attack happened by USA, and now after that, they started banning all the American products, and right now, not a single needle will be sold in Japan by America. Why it happened? Because the people of the Japanese, everybody, supported the government and supported the idea of banning the products. And that's how, it is all of us have to come across together, and we need to be very, very strong that we would not use Chinese product, and it can really happen. It will take a little time, but definitely it can happen.
Can happen. So I'm kind of not
I guess Alok, I'd like to add on that to that. Before a few years, our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji came up with a concept called Made in India.
Yeah,
I guess that time, the opponent parties were really making fun of it. That, it can really not happen. It was not good. But if we see in today's context, it is necessary to have, and because India is widespread, small villages, a lot of laborers which is available, a lot of artisans available across India, can really produce n number of products. What China can do, we can do better. I would say that. Yes.
In fact, Krishna, I'm not an advocate of banning China versus not banning China, because there is a very huge economic impact. There are some industries in India which are dependent upon Chinese inflow. And I will tell you the amount of import we do. The annual import from China is $75 billion US. That is somewhere like 570 or lakh crore rupees. That is a value we are looking. That's huge.
That's a huge number. 570
you have no idea.
Lakh crores.
Yes. You have no idea right now. around you, how many Chinese products are there? Everybody. We all are surrounded by them. So it's not easy. But if you say tomorrow, if a situation happens that we have to become completely autonomous, we say we will not take from China, then what would help us do that? Again, innovation that will lead to Aatmnirbharta. So it will also mean that we'll be, because we are also a big country, we have so many people are here. And if we start manufacturing, who will the world buy from? Because they need to buy from somebody as well. What if they ban China as well? They need to come to us. Then we are in business, guys. That's good news in a certain way, right? So even the political landscape is very, very important to understand here. Now, the whole question is that, okay, I'm talking about this whole, but why do we need to innovate? And that's the question. So I'll give you a very interesting example here. Guys, what is this? Tell me. What do you see? What is this happening here? And it's a popular, very popular meme. If you are in memes, you would have seen already what I want to show you here. What can you see? What is happening here? Anybody can answer.
Videography from the helicopter.
So pilot survey or pilot recording.
Yes. There is a helicopter.
Yeah.
Doing some videography, right.
It's
We
a
call
US,
it aerial.
US something. It has a US.
US, yeah, very nice. That's very deep, right? Yes, it's an aerial shoot happening for something. Maybe it's an Indian movie getting shot below. This is a pilot who is very capable, and there is a cameraman. But in last 10 years, both of them are out of job. Any guesses why? Do they have somebody who is more competent, or do we have somebody who is cheaper than them? What do you think has taken their jobs? Both are jobless.
Nowadays.
Sorry? Say that again, please.
So drone is working
Yes.
nowadays on behalf of.
There is nobody, no human which has taken their job. This has taken their job. These guys are jobless in last 10 years because something like, this is technology which has taken their job. So what does it mean? It means that if we are not updating ourselves, if we are not completely aware that we have to keep changing with time, with the tech available, somebody will come or something probably will come and replace it. Yes. So you are replaced. If you want to survive, we have to completely learn and innovate. That's why my emphasis is here on innovation, and that will give us pure Aatmnirbharta in true sense that will be helpful to us. So let's understand this. So when I say innovation, what are the things that come to our mind? And I want to know from you. You can write in chat, you can speak up and share. What are the terms which come to mind when I say, hey, let's innovate? What is innovation? Why it is important? So tell me, what is innovation? What do you mean by that? You can type in the chat or speak up.
New ideas.
Okay. All right, Supriya. Change, yes. Shubham, Shabnam,
So
change. That's pretty right.
Innovation is all about which is already exists.
How do you improvise what is already existing? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yes. How can you tweak it? How can you change things? So yesterday, remember, we used to have a video camera, right? We have all seen a video camera. We have all seen a landline phone. Somebody thought to merge them, and we have what? A mobile phone, which is a mix of two. It has a video camera, it has a phone itself, right? Transition, some new ideas, the action of process, save some energy, okay? Yes, very good. All more ideas, guys. Good points are coming in here. We have, I guess, 10 people here. We can have more chat, right? What else comes to the mind when I say innovation? Okay, eco-friendly, yes. Why not? We all know how much damage we have already caused to our planet. Can we be eco-friendly with innovation? Revolution, yes. All these, yeah, of course. Economical, yes.
I guess.
Sustainable,
sustainability,
yeah. Very, very important. Can we do that? These are the questions which have to be answered. Now, when we talk about this, all we have to understand from our event world is what are the things we can tomorrow do when we go out for the interviews, for that matter, when you go out and kind of speak to organizations. What are the innovative ideas you are carrying with you? What have you worked on is very, very important as well. So it's very important to trigger that mindset now and start working on it, guys. So so this is innovation, right? And then a very interesting thing I found somewhere is that, can we change an obstacle into an opportunity? That can be innovation as well. Can we change an obstacle into an opportunity? Because I think what stops us all the time is obstacles. Do you agree with me? If agree, give me a thumbs up. Obstacles stop us, right?
Yes.
Right? Yes, it does. It does all the time. But if you can change that obstacle into an opportunity, nothing like that. Can anybody give me an example of something like this? Something that comes in your mind? Anything if comes in mind, give me an example where you can see have seen an obstacle to an opportunity. Yeah, no issues. So let me tell you one very interesting one. I was doing a workshop for a group, and we were kind of planning with the event team that how we'll do that and all. And what happened is that suddenly it was a 50, 60 people workshop, and suddenly the organizer came and say, "Hey, can you guys do it for a larger team? You know, my different regions are going to join there." And I said, "Yeah, why not?" And then we suddenly realized that whenever we used to do an event or workshop, we always had one limitation. There was always a one obstacle. What was that? The size of the room. If I'm doing in Taj and the conference hall can take 150 people, what is my limitation there for audience? 150 people. I can do it for 150 people in a clustered seating probably. You know, I can't go beyond that because we have walls and we have a space restriction. But now in virtual world, where is the space? Where is the wall? It has just disappeared. Am I back?
Yes.
Yeah. Something virtually happened. So, you know, the best part about the technology is that it humbles you. It tells you that, okay, take control. I am the boss here. Right. So I'm sharing it again, guys. Can you see my screen again?
Yes.
Okay, super. Yeah, I was telling you guys that, you know, then we say, hey, this we can go ahead and do a 3,000 people conference easily on virtual. पहले उसके लिए stadium book करना पड़ता था. You know, you don't get that kind of space in a normal hotel. So an obstacle can be an opportunity, and I'll give you a few more examples. I want you guys to trigger this thinking in this session that the obstacles coming in the industry, how can we change it? And I give you some tools as well for that today, right? So let me show you a very interesting case study. It's called the DIG campaign. Anybody heard about this term earlier? DIG? Not heard, right? Okay, so let me take you completely off track to something from the FMCG world. You would all have seen television, and you would all have seen advertisements from soap companies and detergent companies. In a detergent company ad, normally who is the villain? What does the detergent do? Let me know this. What does the detergent do? A powder or a cake?
Cleans the
It
clothes.
cleans the clothes. And what does it remove?
Stains.
Stains and dirt. So who is the villain?
Dirt and stain.
Dirt and stain. And who is the hero?
The detergent.
The detergent. Very sweet. Detergent is the hero and dirt is the villain, right? That has been classically all the time from the years when advertisements started and everything was same. One day, the team at Unilever said that, hey, can we change the way we see this? Can we change the complete concept and change an obstacle to an opportunity? And that's when they used Lego Serious Play as a tool which they used to change it. And that's when Dirt is Good campaign got its birth. And this is what happened. Daag Achhe Hain. Right? Have you seen these advertisements?
Yes, yes.
Quite a few, guys. So, guys, see what is happening here. All those years, the world was looking at dirt as a villain. Somebody said, no, let me make it a hero because human emotions are more important. And Daag Achhe Hain campaign became an instant hit. There is a complete case study and story on it. So that happened. Let me give you another case study, which is called Bursts of Burdock. So, this is a small seed. If you guys have played in the fields and if you've gone in the bushes and corners, you will see sometimes small, these seeds kind of stick in your socks and your trousers. How many of you have seen that? Raise of hands. Right? Most of us have seen it, right? I used to hate to go to the bushes to get the ball in a cricket match. I used to be always either a wicket keeper or somewhere so that I don't need to run that far because I hated them. How many of you hate them if they kind of catch you up? Raise of hands or give me a thumbs up. Right? You completely hate. Kitna annoying hota hai na? You have to kind of one, you take it out and it hurts also.
Yes.
This is a very, very annoying thing. Trust me, it's an obstacle. But one day, one engineer, he was a Swiss engineer, I guess, Swedish engineer. Right? He was going for a walk with his dog, And when he came back home, he found that his shoes were full of these, and the fur of the dog was full of these. So what this guy did, said, hey, what is this? He took one of them, put it under the microscope, kind of analyzed it, and saw that there is a lot of hook kind of structure inside it, a special kind of hook that can stick to anything you put it across. And guess what? This guy made something which is so much popular in our lives. Any guesses? What does he invent? Any guesses? Wild guess. What did he invent with these things? Inspired by a bird.
Sir,
The
that
hooks.
we find at the hooks. No, the hooks not the thing, the plastic thing which we find in
Plastic thing.
The hooks only,
pardas.
sir. The hooks that we use.
You are close but not there. Okay, what else can be it? It's so popular. Trust me, ladies.
Can I
So
give
that
you a
Velcro,
wild guess?
Velcro,
Who said that? Who said Velcro?
the Velcro.
Dude.
So,
Can we have a round of applause for her, guys? Round of applause. Yes. Krishna, she stole your thunder completely. Yes, he invented Velcro. And imagine how frequently we use it every day. What did he do? He just turned an obstacle into an opportunity. So why I'm telling you guys, आप अपने career में अभी you are going ahead, you will see so many obstacles coming your way. That will be very demotivating sometimes. But then when you take it like an opportunity, okay, I have got an obstacle, let me play around it and maybe I can find an opportunity here. That is important. That's so. Krishna, you wanted to add something here?
I guess that was the thing, Velcro was, I was also answering the same, but she hasn't told you, right? So there
Yeah.
have been certain little uncertain times right now, Alok. In fact, even industry is one of the first hit industry due to COVID-19, as I know,
Yeah.
life happening and we sitting back home. And yes, the virtual world is on. There are definitely opportunities also, but still, our event industry is on stake. So what would you like to tell to our students and the new ones who have joined for the first time, and talk to them? Any tips for the students, please?
So definitely, I will definitely come to that. I'll give some very interesting tips to all the students, because that before that I would like to share a interesting model so that the students can kind of right now capture that. Okay, I'm saying, yeah, chalo, let's do innovation, but can there be a process? Now there can be a very very scientific process, and I will give you these 4 stages of being an innovator, right? And these steps can help you find answers to most of the questions. I normally do a full day workshop, so I can't go in detail for these topics, but I can give you some pointers so that your thinking can be kind of structured around it. The first stage, when you kind of innovating an obstacle into an opportunity, is the stage of an explorer. Who is an explorer, guys? What do you think about an explorer? Anybody? Who is an explorer?
Discovering new things.
Discovering. Okay. What else? Somebody else?
Discovering, I guess,
who watches and I mean, who analyze things or see things in a different way, or basically
Yeah.
find some things, or
Find some
right.
things, right? Yeah, find, right. Krishna, you were saying something.
yeah, discover yourself first. You have n
Wow.
number of
Wow.
skills. In fact, it was which I read. We kind of use only 1% of the brain that we have.
Yeah, different numbers,
So
right?
yeah, different numbers. 1% to 5% is what is the ranges. So most of the people, they use only 1 or 2% of it. So might as well we need to really discover new skills in ourselves. I'm sure I would just add on to that. COVID-19 has discovered a lot of chefs in ourselves.
Oh wow,
during the
yes.
COVID-19.
Yes.
People
Lot
have
of
been
them.
innovating
Lot
new
of them.
dishes, and people have become along with the cooking skills, people has also learned a lot of technology, how to learn with new technology. So I think we have explored our own lives in a different way during the 3 months of COVID-19
We
lockdown.
all did. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Why not? So much. When you are asking for questions and you are reframing the questions and trying to understand things and kind of, gathering ideas, you become an explorer. And very well said, guys. The second stage when you get from an explorer is the role of an artist. Now, if you say this small cartoon I have put, this girl is holding two things in her hand. And what are they?
Paintbrush and
Paintbrush
colors.
and colors. Palette. Color palette.
Palette, yes.
Palette, yeah, there's a
A
palette.
paintbrush. And what does a palette do? What is the role of a palette in painting?
It
And I
holds
am
all
sure.
the colors. Different
Okay,
And we can
colors.
okay.
mix them as well.
Helps you mix the colors.
You mix the colors. That's a very, very important. You take a little bit of red, put it with a little bit of white, make a pink, and try different shades of it, right? That's exactly the role of an artist. When you have a lot of ideas, an artist mixes and matches them and finds out that what can work and what cannot work. As I gave you an example, there used to be a mobile, there used to be a phone, there used to be a camera, and then somebody kind of added it and made a smartphone, right? So things are adding up into one. And I think smartphone is a very interesting example. It is a mix of many things. It is a mix of notepad and whatnot, all of that. So guys, that's what an artist does. When you have a lot of ideas, you blend them and make it a nice one to work for you. And then you become a judge. That's the next stage. That's when you actually say, hey, I have 3, 4 good ideas. Let me on merit shortlist one idea that can work for this problem which I've identified. And after the judge, you become the last stage, you go and become a warrior. I want to know why warrior. Why warrior is there in this whole cycle of innovation? Any guesses?
Because so you have to be ready with the bad and good both. Anything can happen.
Anything happen, right?
So we have to
How
be
many of you
prepared.
have
So
seen that
basically,
movie Three Idiots?
Yeah. All
sorry.
Movie Three Idiots. In that movie, there was a very sharp guy who was making a drone kind of thing, and he committed suicide later. Right? Remember? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember the character's name.
Yeah.
Where he was a great innovator. He was an explorer. He was an artist. He was a judge. He missed the warrior part.
Yes.
He was not able to give the fight. So no matter how good innovator you are, the world will come back to you and say, hey, you know what? This is nonsense. Why? Because I have not seen something like this earlier. ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है यहाँ तो ऐसे ही होता है. You will find lot of people who will tell you this ज्ञान that it does not work. This is not okay because this is not what I feel is right. So they will tell you all the kaidas of the world, but then a fighter does not give it up. They stick to the fight, say, hey, this is the thing which will work. And trust me, when you will become one day when you become event planner and you'll go for a pitch, no matter how beautiful design you will make, and the client will say, come and say, no, I have seen it earlier. Where have you seen it earlier? We have just made the creatives right now. So you will always have this kind of resistance. So you have to fight. And that's why this whole role. So guys, as I said, this is a complete whole one day thing. So I will not go into details. Every one step has a lot of detailing, but definitely the whole message is that to become Aatmnirbhar, we have to innovate. That is very, very important. If we can learn this skill, this art together, we can really make an amazing future for all of us. And yeah, Krishna, thank you for asking this question. I'm coming to the tips which I would like to give to the students. And I know we are kind of running a little behind the time. So I'll quickly give you just not much, but only 3-4 things here, guys. The first thing is that it is a new normal and there is a new opportunity. So by the time you're going back to the market, the tech will change. Something new will happen. Maybe today, the way we are seeing events will completely get transformed. Even if the lockdown is over, maybe people will do it in a very, very different way. So what would you do? If we are learning, if we are innovating, we are always into the right timing. That's very important. The second tip I have to give to you guys is keep learning. And why? So one of my poems is there called Write Your Destiny. I also write poems, and I can read a line. It says, never leave your books. They are immortal earning. The greatest men in world never give up learning. And it only means that, if you have to really be on the top of your game, don't stop learning. If you want to know the whole poem, go to my YouTube channel. You will find it there. I would not tell you all of it here. Right, guys? Very, very important. The third is don't wait to find the answers. Find them. Don't wait for others to find answers for you. If you find a question, work on it, find the answers, because if somebody else is finding the answers, that's only second-handed, right? It's not your innovative idea. So you work on it. And the famous quotation I remember is that opportunity never comes to those who wait. They're captured by those who dare to attack. So guys, find your questions, find your answers, and you will see that you're completely in the game all the time. And last is that, there is a little feeling that, as Krishna was also saying, when industry is definitely into a little difficult phase. But, I must say this too shall pass is the attitude we have to carry. And, in Hindi, we say thick skin, moti chamdi, thodi si. We have to be like this. कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता, जो करना है कर लो. We'll be playing our best possible game. So guys, if you can go like that, with that attitude, that no matter what, we are here to stay, we are here to play the A level game, you will see that there is nothing which can stop you. So that is my 2 cents, little bit of contribution I can do. Back to you, Krishna.
Yeah, wonderful, Alok. The tips that you gave right away, you need to innovate yourself, keep learning, and moti chamdi. Yes, we need to. and the thing that you said, you need to be a warrior, because there's so much of competition around in every field, whatever you say. If you into event, media, or Bollywood, or in the corporate world, competitions are going to be there. But you need to be just a little bit a step ahead. How can you do it? By reading, by learning, by doing research and innovative ideas. That you need to be innovative every day, and more reading would really help you out, everybody. It could be just not, yes, Alok, it's just not one thing that you read, it's just the topic that you like, but you need to read variety of things, variety of topics that you need to read and learn about. Yeah. Thank you so much, Alok. Can we have an electronic applause, and everybody, please. And anybody has any questions, right away we can have Alok will answer to us. Anybody have any questions on the presentation on Aatmnirbhar? Please raise your hand, and maybe we can have.
Yeah, sure.
Shreyasi, anybody? Any questions, or you can write it on the chat box also. If not right away, but you can always mail the questions to me through Devastuti, and we can always answer your questions later on also. I hope you all really enjoyed this session and had few learnings from both of us today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I would also do one thing, that I'll share my details on the chat, so you guys can always connect to me at different channels. I just share it here. So yeah, pick it up, and wherever you want to connect. If you want that poem, definitely go to my YouTube channel. And guys, before we kind of bring it to an end, you should give a big round of applause to Krishna, also putting all the effort to making this an awesome show. Round of applause for Krishna as well. I think he deserves it.
Thank you. And in fact, we both are Vermas. I am with a different A, and he is with E. There is the only difference between the Vermas that we are. But
I can interpret it, Krishna. You are a Verma with an advantage, that's A, and I'm with an S, that's E. That works well.
Oh, wow. So it's going to be, we are actually working on some motivational talks and presentations ahead. Both of us together, you would see us often on other platforms also. And do follow us both on YouTube. Do subscribe our channels. And the people who recently, who are here for the first ever time, I guess, event industry is vast, and you can explore it. You can be into variety of fields, just not into being into event planning, but you can be into media management, you can be into experiential industry, be into entertainment world. There's n number of possibilities, and you are at one of the bestest institutes that I have been into. I have, in fact, Alok, I would tell you that, way back 2006-07, I'm talking about, I started as a visiting faculty to NIEM and NIEMG back in Gujarat.
Oh, wow.
And I have taught in several other institutes, including Code Academy. But I would say that, I could bet onto it that I've got one of the bestest students till date. This batch of beautiful girls who really reciprocate us so well. In fact, last time, Alok, I would tell you, I did a class on communication. And
Okay.
after just a day of the presentation, they come up with one video and they gave me a testimonial, everybody, with a small
Wow.
scene. And they made a beautiful video, and that was very, very overwhelming.
Beautiful.
And I
And
must tell
guys, you are from a
you,
beautiful land as well. I think a couple of years back I came to Guwahati. So there is IIT Guwahati there, and it's a beautiful campus. And they do something called a Techno Wait. I don't know if you guys have been there or sometimes. That's an annual fest. And I was there for a keynote session on innovation only, innovation mining. And what a place! I've never been to a place, beautiful place like this, crossing of Brahmaputra and all that. Oh my God! I am kind of so happy that I'm kind of talking to people from Guwahati, and it's a beautiful city you guys live in here.
Thank
and
you,
Thank you
sir.
so
would
much,
love to
sir.
come. Yes, yes. They
Thank
Keep
you, sir.
traveling this
we
side,
would
sir.
really love to come to Guwahati. Both
Yes.
of us
Yeah, let's
physically once the
let
Yeah,
let
around
let
yes,
them open the
definitely.
let them yeah, why not, let them open the lockdown, guys. We want to travel
Yes,
back. This is what we used to do, travel a lot.
And that's the perks of being an event planner. You get to travel a lot on other
yes.
people's money. On your
Yeah, for
clients, on the client money. You can travel. That's the one thing. I have traveled
guys, I
for
will tell you something very
decades. Yes.
interesting now. Now, Krishna has really triggered something very interesting. One day
Yeah, yeah.
in Goa, I think I don't know which beach is in South Goa, some beach was there. I was doing a team building activity, and we have set up something beautiful on the beach. It was a minefield activity, and I was facilitating as a team building. And, we set it up in the beach. The activity was in the hotel. It was a treasure hunt kind of thing with GPS devices, and people are supposed to come there, and we used to run the activity, right? For 3 hours, me and my colleague were on that beach. Nobody came. We just kept sitting there. We enjoyed coconut water. We saw the waves coming in and out. And we said, who would pay you to watch the sea on the beach in Goa in an beautiful afternoon? Where else can you get that? This is the power of this industry. They will pay you for this, for all the vacations and all the trips you do. That's the beauty of the world. Guys.
I would also like to join on this. In fact, I hail from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and my parents are still there. So I keep calling up my event agencies and my friends back in Gujarat कि कोई तो मुझे बुला लो, मैं अपने पेरेंट्स को मिलने ऐसे ही अपने पैसे खर्च करके लिए जाऊंगी. 10-12 हज़ार रुपए लग जाते हैं फ्लाइट के आने जाने में. मैं I try to speak up to the event companies that कि वो लोग मेरा पेमेंट दे देंगे आने जाने के, ऊपर से मेरी फीस भी देंगे, and I could get meet up my parents out there and meet up my friends.
Yeah,
So
right,
that's the
right.
perk of being into event management and being an event planner. So I get to travel a lot, being an MC and being an event planner and being a part of the event industry, and I enjoy. You need to be understanding one thing and one rule, one golden rule in your life, that whatever you do, whatever you learn, whatever you love, you need to do that. Whatever you love, you need to do that. You need to give then 200% of yourself. All right. So anything else you would like to add on, students? Yeah.
Guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask.
Yeah, anyone has any questions, you can please ask.
Ma'am, not a question as such, but
Yeah.
I'd just like to say that saw someone first time from Varanasi and coming into this event industry, because before joining me also I was thinking that people are coming from our side, or it's all about the south that part or something around northeast. But I will try my best to be the second event manager for from that Banaras side again, because I have seen this first time. All the faculties were from Mumbai or someone from that Guwahati and others, not from our side, I'm in the middle India and all. But
There
it's nice
are
to
many,
Not.
Shreyanshi, I must tell you. There are many people from all over, all the states of the country in this. It's incidentally have not met them. So I am kind of staying in Gurgaon from last 20 years, but I can tell you that there's a host of people in India and also in the event industries abroad. I've got chance to travel. I can tell you they're all around. Trust me. So you are most welcome in the industry.
Thank you so much, sir.
Shreyasi
Nice to
belongs to Varanasi, is it? Shreyasi
Yes,
from
ma'am.
Varanasi. Okay, but you're staying in Guwahati.
Yes, ma'am,
Wonderful.
because my dad
She's
is in
from
airport,
Shillong.
Okay.
so he is transferred
Absolutely.
here.
Okay, so it doesn't, and now we have been connected to the entire globe very well. You can sitting back here at a small village, you have a good connection, and you can do an event for a client in America, or an event in Israel, or anywhere, any small
Yeah.
and different countries. You can
True.
work in the smallest city of India. So that is the way. Now you're globally connected. All right, yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am, yes.
Anything else?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am and sir, for joining us.
So Alok, Devastuti is the one
And
who is
we
heading.
hope to yeah.
Devastuti is the one
Connecting,
who's
yes.
connecting and holding the
Wonderful.
NIEM.
The connecting link, yes.
So we would definitely have Alok sir in other sessions also. Very,
in other
very soon.
sessions too. Yeah, that's what I was going to tell.
Yeah, it was wonderful,
Thank
and
you
he's
so
a
much.
very good presenter. In fact, he presented so well.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, Alok. It was
Great, guys.
wonderful.
Thank you so
sir.
much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Wonderful.
So much, sir. Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank
You guys
you.
take care.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Good day.
Yes.
Stay safe.
Good day.
Safe. Stay safe.
Good day, ma'am. Good day, sir.
Good day. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.